As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that. Excuse me?
Ha!
Hugo, not here. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art, as long as I really mean it? What's up everybody, my name is Jeremy, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. We just finished our 4th date in total, but first date with Robert, and now Hugo and Damien have invited us to an art gallery. I'm not sure if this is gonna count as like a 3-person date or not, so let's get to it. I like how there's... Wait a second. Is there an option to just ignore it and do something else? I could. I'm not gonna do that. But interesting. I could just really turn them down. I'm gonna go see that art. What you do when you don't have to will determine where you'll be when you can't. Something. Don't smoke. Don't do it. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk in downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. Pierre? I turn around. It's Joseph. Wait a second. Were they trying to set me up with Joseph? Joseph, what are you doing here?
Oh.
Joseph scoffs at me. You think I'm no art connoisseur? What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art, appreciatist? Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Yep. Admittedly, a little out of my depth here. Thank God. I thought I was gonna be the odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know. Thank God.
Oh.
Yep, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Art is dead, nothing is real. As much as I want to pick art is dead, I just don't believe it. You know, I want to stay true to myself at least. So I'm gonna go for I have no idea what I'm in for. Same. All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table of free wine and cheese. I like art now.
Oh.
I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. I don't want to leave Joseph by himself. Like, what if he eats too much cheese or drinks too much wine? Then I won't have any cheese or enough wine. So I'm gonna go with Joseph. I think I need to cheese up before I delve into the art appreciation. Good idea. Appreciating art does burn a lot of calories. Gotta carb up on those crackers. Joseph and I sidle up to the snack table. There's a pretty nice spread of little plastic cups of white wine, some crackers, grapes, and cheese. This is more my speed. We eat a couple of cheese cubes in silence. These are really good.
Hey.
Yeah, I didn't eat dinner. I think I could probably just fill up on snacks if I'm sneaky about it. I already ate dinner, but I always have room for cheese. I'm gonna go for more crackers. Cover me. I shield Joseph from the small crowd of mild-mannered art people milling around the room. I don't think anyone's paying attention. We should probably get back to Damien and Hugo. Right, let me just fill this cup with cheese first, for the road. Road cheese?
Oh, yeah.
The best kind. I kinda like Joseph, you know, he's real subtle about the things he does. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery's a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the wall.
Huh?
Oh geez. What am I looking at here?
Oh.
This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a butt. You know, when it comes to art galleries, most of the time it really is just a butt. It's a butt.
Oh.
Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. See, Joseph gets it.
Oh.
While a valid assessment, I feel like the artist was trying to make a different statement. That he likes butts, and he cannot make art not about butts? Probably how much he likes butts. See? You are a servant of the Lord. We're all God's creatures, even butts.
Oh.
Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Wow, how do you figure that?
Oh.
That's what it says on the placard. Oh,
Oh.
let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the word? Realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that. Excuse me? Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo faming
That's clearly wrong.
right next to him. You say that you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth or the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Okay, Hugo. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Hugo about to fight over some paint.
Oh no.
Friend, he's not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. I'm sorry, I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? I didn't even read that. No. It's wine and cheese. Co-signed. The four of us head over to a wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actually wine and cheese. We got one last stop on our tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it gonna be any weirder than this art?
Oh.
It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. Damien, Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground, screaming both at each other and us.
Oh, Kirk Douglas!
What? So, quick question.
Oh.
Shoot. What is happening? I second this question.
Hey.
Performance art. What does it mean?
Oh.
Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Lampshade. Fear of existence, the very humanity of being human. They really like screaming, but what do you think they're trying to say?
Oh.
I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions.
Oh.
With performance art, the medium is the art. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art, as long as I really mean it? Damien fixes him with a hard stare.
Hey?
I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't gonna play well with this crowd.
Oh.
Why?
Ah.
We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Phew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together.
Oh.
We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in my stomach. I think what I've learned tonight is not just that I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes a regular wine and regular cheese. It eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese. That makes sense to me. Followed by too much wine and too much cheese.
Oh.
The tiny cheese lulled me into a false state of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun. Oh, Icarus. Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too, and I feel like it's more appropriate imagery.
Oh.
Plus, it'd be delicious. A nice Emmental, possibly.
Oh.
Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint?
Huh.
I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time. I think I'd focus on professional portraits of people in unique professions. Like, for example, luchadors?
Oh.
I think I'd paint boats, seascapes, maybe some lighthouses. Mostly boats. Really?
Hey!
Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery in artwork.
Oh.
What? Boats are cool. What about you, Pierre? Ooh, we could do food artistry, landscapes, tasteful nudes of the artist. That's a new take on a selfie. Let's go for it. Art is a money-making business. I know it sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Alright, boys. Good art. Good art. Agreed.
Oh.
See you guys around? Whether you want to or not. We're all neighbors after all. I head inside to deal with the inevitable cheese over. Shave with the grain.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna end this one. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing as it helps out the channel. And we just had a very sophisticated art gallery date with 3 other dads. If you guys were artists, what kind of paintings would you do? There are no wrong answers, but there's only one right answer. Me, as Batman. Anyways, we'll probably go on a date with Damien next time, but until then, I love you guys. Take care. Peace.